Stop. Oh, hello. Welcome back to Planet Pariah, episode 16, with me, Val, and you.
Noah.
All right. Wow, I was thinking, because we just recorded, we record 2 a day. We just recorded the last one, and like the second we press stop, it's like what you see on sets, and it goes quiet, and I go over and I save it real quick, and we're just quiet when we've been talking the whole time. I don't know, I thought it was pretty funny.
Dude, whenever or if ever we implement video to this, it's gonna add a whole nother layer. Because the way I was making out with the mic whenever you were doing the introduction, it's they don't get to see that. And then the behind the scenes or whatever, it's just it's cool. There's layers.
Yeah, and I've had friends that listen to this be like, I want to see it. I want to be.
We do goofy stuff. So.
She's like, I just picture y'all, and I want to see it. Anyways,
I mean, I'd love it just for your facial reactions to my stories and what I say and stuff, because I'd like to share that with the world.
Yes.
And then I want them to see how goofy I am.
We need it. Have you ordered the mask?
No.
We need to do
Are we
that
going to? We're gonna pull the trigger?
Yeah.
Dope. All right. Yeah, we should.
Might as well.
Because I didn't want to get too ahead, because we haven't even implemented this phase 1 or
but then
whatever.
again, if we film this, because I have so many better ideas because we could see.
Yeah, me too. I've been writing them out.
That's what I'd want.
Yeah, I want to get to that point already too.
Yeah, I think this was a little rough draft,
Yeah.
that we did, and it was fun because we recorded and we have fun doing that.
Mm-hmm. But this whatever next video we do, we need to set we need a direction. Because the hardest thing with editing the previous clips that we had was there wasn't really a sense of direction. It was just kind of these would be funny, but together it's there's what's the narrative here? Yeah. And so I've been trying to pull that together.
Yeah, I got some ideas. But anyways,
we'll collab after this.
Pull that, and then maybe little face reveal thing down the line. So
yeah, maybe 3 years or whatever.
And then we could do the live with video.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Podcast.
Oh, jeez. All right, you're probably not. Okay, sorry. You go ahead.
What? Go ahead. What?
So we're talking. I just showed her a funny TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
They're all This goes back to girls looking older than they actually are.
Okay.
Because it's especially on Instagram for me, because I get if you click on enough pictures or whatever, or similar pictures, Instagram's oh, you're gonna like these or whatever. So then if you click on one of those recommended pictures, it's okay, this is how it's gonna be for the next year.
Now you're down this hole.
Yeah, and so I used to follow a Russian model, and I think she was our age or whatever. So at the time I was 19, and I was like, wow, she's really pretty and she's cool, and it's what are you gonna do? And then once it was just her talking Russian to the camera all the time, I was like, all right, I gotta check out. But ever since then, it's always and then TikTok became a thing maybe a year or a couple months after that. And so all these girls started popping up on my feed, and they're all a specific type of style or whatever. It's these girls who are showing off their outfits or their aesthetics or whatever. And it's I guess the type of girl who I'd find attractive or whatever. And it's kind of Instagram's got it down to a T or whatever. It's oh, we know what you click on, boy.
We got your ass.
But it's kind of like that. And it's some of these girls are oh yeah, she's attractive or whatever. You click on it, and the picture, and it's okay, yeah, cool. What else do you do? And I look at her bio. It's I'm 14. And it's
Catch me at my middle school.
High school, actually. But we were 14 our freshman year.
Just out of middle school.
Yeah, literally. And then, but the way a bunch of them dress up and their humor or whatever, or some of them are dancing and stuff. Yeah. It's just it gives you the perception that they're older. And I've noticed a bunch of them, because I've kind of I look through, because I find it interesting now. It's there's this whole generational thing of these girls who are just doing this sort of thing. And so it's okay, I kind of play a game with myself, are you of age or underage or whatever? And it's well, how far do you take it or whatever? Because there's girls who show off a lot of stuff, a lot of skin, and they're I'm 15 and I'm TikTok famous or whatever. And it's okay, well, I know why, but geez, dude. But yeah, so I kind of play a game or whatever. It's are you of age or underage, and what do you do? And just going around. And it's like, seriously, it's like 90% of the time they're like 15 or 16 or whatever. And it's like, this is weird because they have like hundreds of thousands of views or likes or whatever. And it's like, clearly I'm not the only person being recommended this stuff. But like, I never engage.
Or maybe some people actually like it that shouldn't.
Yeah. And that's the whole TikTok thing that's like already been covered and stuff. But, not by us, but like in general, like pedophilia on TikTok or whatever. Like these grown men, like, singing or duetting with these little kids. And it's like super like sexual songs or whatever.
What the hell?
And it's just like it's a process that was set like kind of doomed to fail at the beginning, but obviously like they make millions of dollars. Excuse me. Oh shit! Fuck. And the Skittles they come back up. That's all I've eaten today. But yeah, so I totally lost my point, but it's just kind of weird that that's the thing or whatever, because some of them are sneaky. That's what I was getting to. Some of them are sneaky because they know that if like people know that they are 14 or 15 or whatever, that there's more of a chance that you'll not follow them. Because one of the first girls that I actually like really looked into and I followed or whatever, because I was like, you look interesting or whatever. And I think she was like European or whatever, somewhere like far off.
Yeah.
And she didn't post her age on the bio like a lot of people do or whatever. So she had a live stream one time, and I was like, oh, I'm on Instagram, I'm just going to watch. And someone asked her a question. And, like, from the get-go, I was like, you seem, like, really young. Because you can hear them talk and move and stuff. And it's like they're no longer posing, so they don't look as, the way that they try to get themselves to be perceived or whatever. Yeah. And it's like, you sound like a young person. And then someone asked her a question, like, how old are you? And she's like, oh, I'm 15. And I was like, dude. Unfollow. Yeah, I unfollowed after that. But it's like they know what they're doing because they know like that weirds people out, or like some people who might be on the line or whatever of like, I know it's wrong, but I don't care because she didn't say or specify her age. So it's like, in my mind I can pretend that she's older, but like as soon as they specify the age, they knock out so many people.
I wonder what they're gonna be like older.
That's what I'm thinking too, because it's like, are they like gonna be like a bunch of whores?
Are they always? Yeah, exactly. Are they always gonna rely on this and then like? Say it goes off, they're just gonna be those crazy people on the streets that just want drugs or something like
like that. These are questions that we don't know the answer to yet because
we have to wait
and see out. After like Instagram drops off or whatever social media drops off. Like seriously, people are so dependent on like the way they're perceived by other people. It's insane. It's crazy. Like I think I used to be a little bit, and now I just don't post anything.
So narcissistic.
I don't know if I was narcissistic. I think I'm still the same level of narcissistic as I was
like
before.
all the people that are.
Oh, okay, yeah. He was like, look at me, or whatever. Yeah. Like I used to post pictures or whatever, and if it didn't get enough likes, I was like, that sucks or whatever. Now I just don't care. Like if I think it's funny, or if it's a picture I actually want to document, I'll put it on Instagram. Yeah. And most of the time I archive it. You can do that now where nobody else sees it. It's just kind of like saved and archived in the files. Yeah. So it's all linked to your account, but only you can see it. And so that's what I usually do. Like if I take a cool picture that I enjoy, I don't really care what everybody else thinks. It's like just kind of like what I used to use Facebook as, of like, this is me documenting like my life. A mark. Yeah, so that's what I use Instagram as now. And also like I post stories that are like funny to me, and people say it's funny, so I keep doing it or whatever. But I don't do it for like views or so much. And it's because like I'm not like Insta famous or whatever. But I mean, I pull like 50 or whatever, but then there's like these kids who pull hundreds and who pull thousands. Like I was friends with a family, and like the girl was like 13, and she had a meme page and like so many followers.
Oh yeah, like the ones where
7,000, I think.
Don't even know who's behind the account. Yeah. That's.
And it was a 13-year-old girl, and she was posting things that I never like. I was like, dude, like what? You're like totally not like that in real life.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny. It's interesting. It's just social media brings us so like it's just a different plane of existence.
Yeah, you think they get like paid for that? Or somebody's
at a
like,
certain point,
shout me out, dude. That's insane. 14,
I'm sure if we asked, because we've gotten so many views already.
Oh,
I'm sure if I could like work some magic.
I thought of that, because like people that get big have like come out and say like, I'll be honest, I've like slid in DMs to like how much for a shout out. You know, that's like people just do that as a work together. I was like,
yeah.
Is there gonna come a point where we do that?
I think the way I'd want to go about it is through collaborations.
Yeah, exactly. I think it would be like somebody
like
I actually
collaboration.
respect.
Yeah, like working with me, because it's like it's Austin, dude. It's like not basically California, but it's, you know, up there in terms of like this industry or whatever.
Yes.
And it's like there are people who work in the city who I respect, who are on a totally different level than we are, clearly. But like there's also smaller people who are probably starting off like us, and I feel like if we just go out and we like look for these people and find them, we could all work together to like kind of form something big.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the collaboration, the creatively.
It's like what we wanted from this, to meet other people.
Yeah, exactly. Just going out and doing it, you know?
Yeah,
carrying on the message from last episode.
Just do it.
Seriously, dude. Like, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I think the whole point of that is also, meeting people. And
you get to do both through this, not job, but like, through this.
Could be.
It could be a job.
Yeah.
If we try hard enough, if we wish.
Yeah.
But we need more views than 4 views an episode. Seriously, I don't know what happened. Like the drop off. We used to average like 25 views each episode.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm all about the views. It's just like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Because like up until episode 10, we averaged like 25 views per episode, and then it dropped down to like 6. So I don't know what happened. Like, did we say something? Did YouTube do something?
I don't know.
Who are these people who are watching us?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to know.
So I don't know. It's interesting. I'm gonna try something new when I upload the next episode with like the tags or whatever. Because I want to see like. At first I thought it was the time. That's not the case. So maybe it's something like on a deeper algorithm or whatever. I don't know. I'll try to figure it out.
Then again, how would even people come across like?
But literally, episode 1 has like 40 views. I don't know.
That's weird.
The channel itself has like almost 300.
Wow.
And I was like, dude, like we exploded, and then like the fire died out. So I don't know what happened. Like I'm cool. Like, I'm glad people listen.
Yeah.
Like Molly, your friends.
Yeah.
Like it's dope. Shout out Molly, friend of the show. Shout out to lizards. Yeah, dude. Goldfish, a good snack that smiles back. Goldfish.
Oh yeah, I like goldfish.
I do too. What's your favorite snack in that realm?
Okay, my favorite snack. It's gonna sound weird because it's not Austin, Texas brand, but the Austin brand of crackers, they're sold like everywhere, not just Texas.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You know the Austin brand? There's like a little farmhouse crackers, peanut butter crackers.
Oh, like the orange ones?
Yeah, but
that
then also the regular ones.
Tax testing days?
Yeah, but would they get the Austin brand? I think they get like a little knockoff
like a
thing.
Generic.
Yeah, but that I like. And the peanut butter cracker ones, they changed it. They used to be circles, but now they changed it to squares.
It's in both.
And no, they officially changed it. They got rid of all the circles.
Oh, it's only squares now?
Yes.
Ugh.
And I don't like it. But I mean, I still eat it because I like those crackers.
Those were always a solid snack.
Yeah, I like them.
But I think my favorite of the snacking genre that we're kind of filing in, honestly, probably goldfish.
I mean, yeah, I like goldfish. Can't go wrong with
goldfish is like a standard for me. Do you like those wells?
No, they're like
trash.
Crazy,
gross.
Crazy, like salty, cheesy.
It's like artificial cheese taste.
Yeah.
And it's
I
like
guess
yuck.
That's what you could say.
If you like wells, you like those cheese wells, you're a freak. You are not welcome. Please exit the podcast and never come back.
You monster. Let's talk about monsters. I get into work. Anyways, I get into work on Friday, and Caroline, my boss, is like, I need to tell you something. And I'm like, okay, what? And they're like all like crazy, and my boss is like waving her hand. She's like, this is, you gotta hear this, I guess. And she's kind of like upset. I'm like, okay. And I don't close Fridays anymore, so I leave that Friday. Oh, I get there Saturday. This is Saturday, they're telling me. Anyways, I leave Friday, they close the store. Anyways, they tell me that last night, which was Friday night. Oh God.
It's pretzel.
It's pretzel.
Ooh, she coming in.
Ooh.
She sees me. She's upset.
Oh.
I'm going for the door. I gotta barricade the door. Oh, pretzel. Oh, pretzel, back up. She knew, dude. She knows what she's doing.
What?
Okay, so
I don't understand dogs.
your
Anyways.
story has me on the edge of my seat.
Okay. Yes.
You're locking up
Yes.
the night before.
The night before, Friday night, I already leave. So now they're telling me Saturday afternoon that last night they get a call and this guy's like, I just got my food. It's cold. It's 10 minutes late. What are you going to do for me? Or actually, all he wanted to know, why is it cold? Why is it cold?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, we've just been really busy. I'm sorry. We could send it back out to you if you like. I could put like credit on your account because unfortunately we are closed. He called 40 minutes later after close.
Yeah.
And so they're saying like we can put like credit on your account for next time, or like next time we'll send it back to you the same order for free. And he's like, and then all of a sudden he starts yelling like loud and like, so like you can't even get a word in apparently. You know, you're just listening to it, and I know those type of people that are mad over the phone. You're just listening to it the whole time.
Yeah, you can probably
and
picture them
she's
too.
Like, why is it cold? Why is it cold? Who's the manager on duty? And she's like, I am. But that's like, I already told you like your options. He's like, why is it cold? And she's like, so you'd rather know why is it cold rather than give in to like, I'm giving you free food, basically.
Like taking the free food and shutting up.
Yeah.
Like everybody else does.
Yeah. And
any reasonable human being.
And then so he's yelling, and so she gets so frustrated and like scared kind of because he's so mad that she hangs up. She hangs up.
No.
She hangs up.
Oh no.
See, 2 minutes later go by, he calls again. We also have Tori, another shift manager on
Tori's dope. He's cool.
The shift, whatever. I don't know. He's there. He answers because Caroline's like, oh, it's him. It has to be him. Nobody else is calling 40 minutes after close.
Yeah.
It's almost 12. And he answers. Same thing. He's saying the same thing. And like Tori's really quiet. He doesn't know how to deal with like the people yelling. He doesn't like to do it. He'll give
like those high stress situations.
Yeah, he'll give the phone away because he's not one to like say stuff back, you know.
He's always been chill and like calm and collected. Yeah.
Chill guy. So he's saying the same thing he did to Caroline, like, why is it cold? Real mad, yelling. He's like, who's the manager? Who's the manager? And Caroline's saying that Tori's like, I am. I'm the manager on duty. I'm the higher up. You know, like, because this guy's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Tori's just like, I am. and then, like, what are you going to do for me? And then they say the same thing Caroline said. And then, like, what? Like, he's not even, like, accepting it. It's like, what do you want, you know? And then, and then they get off the phone and Tori turns to Caroline. He's like, he's gonna pull up. Caroline's like, what? No, he's not, you know, kind of like laughing. And so then the last driver comes in, second to last driver comes in. Caroline's like, hey, can you like turn the knob on the door? It's not completely deadlocked, like you could deadlock it to where you can't move the doors at all.
It's like one of the doors is locked and then you can like lock both of them.
You locked, so you could like pull the doors and it'll move a little bit, but because it's not deadlocked, because we still have another driver out. Anyways, all of a sudden a truck pulls up. It's the guy, a tall guy. He's yelling, banging on the doors. He's like pulling them, and they're all there just looking at him like a cocaine man. He's like laughing.
Insane man.
Yeah, like he's crazy. He pulls the doors open as close as he could to himself, so there's a crack, right? He puts his mouth through the crack. He's like, where's Tori? I want to speak to Tori. Where's Tori? And Tori's like standing on the other side. I'm right here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Dude, I wish I would have been there.
I wish I would have been there. And then the last driver's coming, and the door's locked because he's crazy, you know.
Yeah.
And he's looking at the driver, and he's like, I'm gonna take a picture of your license plate. And the driver's like, okay. He's like, yeah.
Wait, why didn't he go around back?
The driver? Because he didn't know the door was locked. He did eventually, I think.
Oh.
And he's like, okay, like, what is wrong with you? And then he turns to the glass again. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to take a picture of all y'all's license plates. And then they see him. He's going around every single car taking the license.
Not even, like, people who work there?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He doesn't even know. And, apparently he leaves. He comes back again, banging. Like 5 minutes later, banging. And then he officially leaves. And then they're still kind of scared. So Tori, like, walks Caroline to the car. And Tori's like, I want to throw hands. You know, he's, like, actually mad. Yeah. But the guy's not there anymore.
Real quick. Like, at what point in your life do you think that's acceptable?
Exactly.
Of a thing
this
to do?
Man has kids, a wife.
How do you know that?
Oh, well, we'll get there.
But yeah, I was just getting my piece across or whatever. Like, how do you think that's ever an acceptable thing to do? And, like, it's just embarrassing.
Over food.
Like, it's like something you always say. It's like, how do people have, like, no shame?
Exactly.
Okay. But, so he's just a tall dude? Was he a big dude?
He was, just tall white guy. He was tall. like Tori tall, like maybe like 6 foot, I guess.
So not that tall.
Tori's tall.
Oh man.
And then
Taller than most.
yes, definitely. Yeah, probably 6 foot something. And
Okay, yeah.
that's that. Yeah.
So that was that night.
That night ended. Then the morning comes along. It's pretty much like, okay, so Caroline opens the next morning, so Caroline's there, and then there's
morning. Oh, geez.
and then there's another driver. There's another manager, because we're the training store. We have like managers everywhere. Another manager that's training, and then another shift that we have there. He comes in around like right at open, I think. No, yeah, an hour after open at 12. He comes in at 12. He's talking to one of the training managers who's pretty far along in her course, like she's done. And he's like, he's saying Corey, right?
Oh my gosh.
And where's Corey? And then she's like, honestly, I can't give out any information like that.
Personal information.
And he's like, come on, where's Corey? Where's Corey?
Yeah.
And she's like, we don't have anybody that works here under that name. He's like, oh, so now y'all lied to me? Y'all lied to me? Like, and this guy, and Shai's just like, what? Like, what? you know? And she was also there last night too.
Okay.
So she's like scared of him. I don't know. She's just like,
what? I'd be scared. Like, this dude's like insane.
Yeah, and then she's like, he's asking for the higher up, our GM, who's Bev. We'll call her. Yeah, she's Bev. And they're like, Bev's not in right now, but she comes in at 2. He's like, okay, I'll be back.
Also, like, do you not have a life?
Yeah, what are you doing? You were here like 1 a.m. last night. What are you doing this morning?
Camping out on the roof?
Yeah,
like, what are you doing, man? Like,
then,
like is this like the highlight of your week or your year? Like, what is your deal, dude? That you're able to have all this free time just to come and like bully these people who are just working,
doing their job. Yeah. And he's like, okay, I'll be back. So around 2 comes by, and the wife calls the store. The wife. Because the whole order is under the wife's name. The wife's name.
Yeah.
The wife calls the store, and she's asked if Bev's there. And one of the managers is like, no, unfortunately, she's not here yet. And then all of a sudden, they're like, why isn't she there yet? She's the boss? Shouldn't she be there? Like, why are you questioning this lady's? And the manager's like, well, she is our boss. She is our GM. She kind of has free realm to do when she comes in. Because already coming in at 2 is already earlier than her shift. She was coming in early.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, that's kind of like, what? Like, why are you questioning what
He's
this
about
person
to take out my GM.
And then, so they call again, and then they're like, this time, yeah, Bev is here. And then so the guy shows up. He's yelling, same thing. Oh, and he's like telling his side of the story, that he comes in, everybody's on their phone behind the desk, just staring at him at the glass, not helping him. And he's like, and they're allowed to just hang up on me like that? And she's like, well, sir, if they do feel threatened over the phone, they can hang up.
Yeah.
And he's like, threatened? Really? They feel threatened? He's like, I'll be honest. And she was like, I'll be honest with you, sir. Right now, the way you're speaking to me, I feel threatened. And he's like just going off. And then this whole time, she's giving him his refund, and it's like a long process.
Yeah.
So he's like yelling at her. And there's a customer waiting behind him, and he turns around. He's like, "You're gonna eat here, this shit food?" And like, then Bev cuts him off. She's like, "Sorry, like you can't talk to like the customers like that. If you do that, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave." He's like, "You're gonna tell me to leave? Are you serious?" She's like, "Yeah, you can't do that." And then
yeah, because the employees are one thing, but when you start involving people who don't even work there,
yeah,
that becomes a civil matter.
Yeah. So no, just wait.
Oh,
He's
no.
like, okay, He's like, okay, you're asking me to leave. I'm gonna stand right here on the sidewalk, and every customer that comes in, I'm gonna tell them how shitty of customer service y'all are and how crappy the food is. She's like, I'll be honest with you, because she always does that. She's real calm. She's like, sir, if you do that, I will call the cops. He's like, you can't do that. What are you, queen of the sidewalk here?
Queen of the sidewalk? This dude's like, he has a nut loose, dude.
What are you, queen of the sidewalk? You can't do that. She's like, this right here, this is my property. I absolutely can do that. And then he just goes off, and
I'll go across the street.
And then he finally leaves. He's like, he leaves by saying, all right, I'm gonna call corporate, blah blah blah, asking for everybody's names, and you can't have that.
Classic Karen move.
Yeah, he calls corporate, and like we get it. I mean, our boss, Corporate is the area manager of like our area,
Yeah,
and we know
yeah.
him. He comes all the time.
Yeah, he does.
So he's talking to Bev. He's like, she just knows and how crazy he is, and unfortunately, like he talks to the wife instead, so she's like calmer, and he's
doesn't get the full effect.
Yeah, and
okay, but how long was he there? Like, just to give like a window for that one day.
For which one? The night
when he was like queen of the sidewalk?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna say probably like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Bev was really upset about it.
He was there too long.
Yeah. Even that's too long for a refund. 30 minutes, like it just.
Legit,
yeah. And yeah, he calls corporate. And then he gets mad. You could kind of hear him behind the phone apparently that he's threatening to say stuff online about us, and he does do it.
To his blog of flat earthers.
And then Tom's area manager tells Bev that he's doing that, and she gets like really upset because she like likes to like holds the store with like her pride
because it is a good store. It's clean, it's efficient.
Yeah, and so then Caroline looks up online, and of course he has a comment: terrible customer service, blah blah blah, worst place. I'm never gonna know. Just on Facebook, our Facebook page. Yeah. Okay. And
his weapon of choice.
And then from there you see him, and he's just a tall white dude. His profile pictures: the family, 2 kids, the wife, ex-military.
Okay, all right, we're painting a picture here.
Yeah, and it's just so gross. And then like one of Caroline's friends commented back saying like,
"This man,
you're not the only one kind of ordering. Shouldn't you have more respect for workers that are just doing their job?" And he's just like, "Shouldn't you just like, if you weren't there, just like stay out of it, like just like." And then we get the corporate email of like what he like described the scene, and it was so dumb, just saying that he pulled up and nobody was opening the door for him, and that they were just on their phones and looking at him, when really he was yelling and
legit trying to rip the doors down.
Yeah, and we gave him his money back and all this stuff. Like, what else do you want? But yeah, it was just crazy.
I mean, I don't know why you guys bother with the refund. It's shit food. Like, he's not gonna come back.
Yeah.
So. No, he will. They always do.
They always do. We have this crazy lady. Oh my god, I have so many
everybody,
stories.
every like establishment has like a list of people. Like, these people are insane. Just be prepared, because at Chick-fil-A, it was the Cobb salad lady who needed this exact amount of nuggets.
Redhead?
She was black.
Oh, okay.
But there was a list of people like that we had in the office or whatever. It's like, be aware of these people or whatever.
Yeah,
we tell new hires.
They're like red flagged. Yeah.
Yeah, legit. Like, yeah, like in your system, you have like houses flagged, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just there's always those people who come around every so often, and it's just like, if you don't like do everything specifically the way they want you to, they'll have a
fucking shitstorm.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
Crazy. We have this lady who people have like known her to go crazy other places, but she got so mad one time over the phone. First off, that we're explaining it's like a 32% difference or something, right?
Yeah.
And her coupon is like a really old coupon that Bev said that we haven't used in years.
Yeah.
And like Caroline's trying to give her the best coupon, it's just a 32-cent difference.
Yeah, because honestly, we do like help out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the lady's like, "Are you telling me I can't do math? I'm seeing it right here, right now." And then she gets mad, she's like saying all these degrees that she has, and then she's over the phone telling Caroline, she's like, "Can you do math?" She's like, "Here, 5 + 5, 10." And Caroline's just like staying quiet. Like, I would be so mad at this point. Like,
I'd be laughing.
Like, I would be like, "Are you kidding me?" And then like they try to help her out. She's like, "I'm never gonna order her from here again." Good. And we've like learned since then that she's. Like, before that, she said the same thing. She's ordered
multiple times.
Yeah. Anyways, we think it's over. Like,
once a week.
Fucking 30 minutes on the phone.
Wait, it's not over?
No, it's not. 30 minutes on the phone. She's going crazy. Saying we can't do math. Blah blah blah.
Oh, that lady. I thought you meant the dude.
No, yeah, the lady.
Oh, okay.
Then somebody comes in and I greet them. She's like, "Yeah, can I speak to the girl I was talking to on the phone? I'm Jennifer. Blah blah blah."
Coraline.
She didn't even know the name. She's like, "I'm Jennifer. Blah blah blah."
Okay.
What did she say? She's like, "Yeah, the one that can't do math. I'm here. I want to talk to that one.
I brought my calculator.
Then,
not that I need it.
Oh my god. She brings her 2 kids, her 2 sons, right?
Her 2 kids.
They're young.
So they can back her up in the store when the cops
they're young,
come.
right? And she's the assistant manager.
Oh
MIT goes up there. It's a guy, right?
Yeah.
She's yelling, calling him an asshole. He's just taking it. She's like, "Ma'am," and then like she ends it off. Like she's yelling. She's red. She's saying that
really flustered.
Caroline's scared and that won't come up and talk to her. And he's like, "Ma'am, do you see how
you're
how
acting
you're
in front of your own kids?"
And then the way she ends it. She calls him ass, so she looks at her kids. She's like, "You see this man? This man is the reason y'all aren't gonna eat. Y'all have to."
I wish you could see my face right now, but I'm sure you're making the same face.
The reason y'all aren't gonna eat, blah blah blah, and the kids are just standing there, and she walks out. It's like, what is wrong with you?
Those poor kids. Okay, so I've had the similar experiences in my workplace or my work history or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, those kids, I feel bad for them, but at the same time, that's what they are around all the time, and that's what they're gonna learn.
The same way.
And they repopulate, and it's just these crappy people. Just the cycle continues. But some of them break the cycle, and good for them because they learn better, and they're embarrassed by their parents.
But yeah, imagine that feeling. That would suck. I'd hate that.
Yeah, because I've had I'm pretty sure she's German. She was a foreign lady, and I was at Chick-fil-A or whatever, and it was a summer where the crickets were super super bad because that happens sometimes where it's they swarm around the lamps and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of just it's a known thing. It's cricket season what we call it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so this particular summer it was pretty bad, and they had made their way into the store and they were in the lights or whatever, and it was just you can't stop them because it's how are they getting in? And this lady, she was clearly upset. It was her husband, and her son, who was roughly my age at the time, so 16. But yeah, legit, she was foreign, and I was the team leader or manager, a step down from manager. So I was basically the dude up front who if anybody had a problem, they'd come to me for it. And I was only 16. And so I had this grown lady yelling at me this is disgusting. I can't eat in a place that has this problem or whatever. It's okay, yeah, I totally understand bugs are gross and stuff. And I was trying to reason with her. I was yeah, it's called cricket season. Every place around here has it. If you go outside, you can see swarms of them around the lamps outside or whatever.
Yeah, literally pile up together. It's kind of scary.
It's gross and it's scary.
Outside.
Yeah, but it's I can assure you they're not in the kitchen. I promise you they aren't, and they aren't. They never were. But yeah, and she just had none of it. Her point was made or whatever. She's I want to speak to the manager. I was all right, well, this is all you're gonna get. I'm the person you're gonna talk to. Mm-hmm. She's okay, then I want the boss or whatever. It's all right, I can give you his card. It'll have his email on it. It'll have the phone number for corporate. You can, I don't get paid enough for this shit. And so I gave her all that card, and she was I was being nice and polite because that's that it's just what else are you gonna do?
What you're supposed to do,
yeah, exactly. And she just wouldn't let me hear, she had the final word or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she stormed out. Her husband followed, tail between his legs or whatever. And the son came up to me. He's hey, I'm sorry, dude. And I was it's fine. I've gotten worse.
He actually came up to you.
Yeah, and it's dude, I feel that because my mom's gone off on situations where where it was kind of warranted, but it was Mom, you didn't have to go that
far,
yeah. Yeah. But my mom's not a B word or whatever. She's not, but my mom is an A-type personality. If she feels she's been wrong, she's gonna let you know or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's that's fair or whatever. But I've always been embarrassed whenever my mom goes off on people, or it's she has a way of what's it, passive aggressive?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it's ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way I've always combated that sort of situation is just being super sarcastic, because it's you're not giving the person what they want. You don't want to validate their anger or whatever, or how they're upset or whatever.
But you're technically saying the same right things.
And you're kind of for me, it was always entertaining because I was playing them. I was you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And it's just I'd say things to them. It's oh yeah, it's how it should be or whatever. It's oh no, you're totally right.
Yeah.
It's exactly how it should be. And it's oh yeah, it is or whatever. It's just they don't know what to do at a certain point. And it's humorous to me. And there's been plenty of times that I've dealt with that as a 16-year-old, having a 45-year-old woman yelling at you. It's just like, you know, what am I supposed to do? Like,
yeah, like also, why do you feel the need to be like that?
why do you feel the need to like yell at a kid who's just trying to like work or whatever?
Yeah, get through a shift. Like it's
Like
not that big of a deal. Also,
it's food.
the people that have something to complain about and they're the nicest about it get the most.
Legit,
Like,
yeah. It's like, dude, thank you for like, you know, bringing it to our attention or whatever.
Yeah.
Here's some extra fries. Like,
Yes,
here's some cards. Sorry about the
exactly.
wait. But if you're like being an asshat about stuff, it's like nobody wants to help you.
Yeah.
Like, and I
Why
feel like
can't
some people do it on purpose, but I don't know. And then that comes back to the whole thing of like some people are having bad days, and it's like I don't know if they're just having a bad day and they're kind of taking it out on me, or if they're just like a really shitty person or what. But like I'd always treat them with like the utmost respect because it's like, you know, maybe you're having a bad day, and it's like maybe they'll go home and be like, wow, I was a real dick to that person. I've had people apologize to me after the fact, where it's like, hey, I'm sorry, it's been a hard day or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I totally get it. It's fine. You know, go home, enjoy your meal or whatever. And he's like, oh, thank you. And it's just, you know, fight that stuff with kindness.
Yeah.
And if they don't take it and realize that they're wrong, then obviously there's something,
crazy,
there's a further problem
Yeah.
on their side. But yeah, it's just, it's always been amusing to me. But there have been times where like people will get out of their cars in the drive-thru and come up to the window. It's like, you know, it's like, are you about to get aggressive with me? Because like I'm a kid.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I had a tall black dude, like super tall, super lean. Like he was probably like 6'5", coming up cussing at me. He's like, "Where the fuck is my chicken sandwich?" And it's like, dude, like I'm out here, I'm just trying to like work here. Like
I could never. Oh my god.
yeah, it's like you're getting so upset over food, and like I get it, like it's probably an inconvenience to you and stuff like that. But it's like, why are you taking it out on me? Like I'm just a part of this machine. I'm out here working the line. Like the people who you want to take it up with are inside, but even then, that's no way to go about it. It's people just don't care.
Yeah, people could say we're just saying that because like we know and we worked in the industry, but even before that, like I just felt weird even asking for like an extra thing or like like
it's like I don't want to be pushy stuff like that. But like once you've worked fast food and stuff like that, related industries, it's like you gain a respect
there's
for it.
even more there's an even more extra respect for it,
and so to take it slow, when to take it slow, and then like, okay, well this is clearly an issue because of whatever reason, but you still like they're busy. Like
if I go into also some things you can notice of like they're just doing wrong and you're just like,
or it's like they don't care, and then that's when it's like, okay, there's an issue here. But still I probably wouldn't even bring it up to them unless it was like directly affecting me or
just,
other
like,
people's food.
keep a mental note.
It's like maybe not come back here.
yeah
Or like if I see this person, maybe not go up to them. But yeah, I mean like just but clearly that guy, that monster, I was expecting like an actual monster and I was scared. But like that's still like an uncomfortable situation that I definitely would not want to be a part of directly, but I'd love to watch unfold.
It was sad how much like my boss was like, upset about it.
Yeah, and I don't know, she's like, I won't want to say she's a perfectionist, but she does good work. Yeah. And she loves doing it. Yeah. And so the fact that people like that come around and just like kind of poop on her parade, it is disappointing because it's like that one dude, it's like he seriously like
and that same
had
day,
no time.
And that same day, to make it worse, she like comes up to us, she's like, can we just make sure we're serving like really good pizzas? And like she was just telling us that even though we weren't part of like the cut or like to see the outcome of the pizzas because I was prepping. Yeah. And she's like, she shows me this pizza and she's like, I just had this guy throw this pizza at me on the front desk and like I kind of hit her a bit, and she's like, and he said, you should be ashamed of yourself serving this type of pizzas. And it's like, how do people get that mad to tell someone that, and she's like, I'm sorry, I can remake it and then throw in an extra dessert. And then after that he was nice. It's just like, what?
It's like you're rewarding these people for terrible behavior too, so they're gonna keep doing it.
I know.
And I hate it. That's why I hate the system, because
after she told me that, I turned to Caroline. I was like, this isn't the industry for me. This is not. I hate babying these people.
You're rewarding these man children.
Yes.
Like, it baffled me when I worked at CFA because towards the end of my run, I was just so fed up with everything. I was still nice to people who I felt like deserved it, and I was like, oh, I'm fun, I'm a cool coworker or whatever. Like I never wanted to be like part of the problem for people. Yeah. I always want to be a part of the solution or part of the best part of the day or whatever. But like towards the end, I noticed like certain people who would come in only whenever there's a deal or whenever they could cash in and make a little extra or whatever. It's like, oh, dude, where are my strips or whatever? I've been waiting so long. And then I turn around and be like, so has this person, this person, this person. Like, you're not a special case or whatever. I wouldn't say that in that way or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd let it be known, like, sorry, dude, like, you're in the line.
Yeah,
like, you'll get it when you get it.
Yeah.
He's like, but I want more now because I've been waiting, like,
Oh my
X
God,
amount of
I
time.
hate those
And it's like,
people.
I'm sorry, if you want more, you can go somewhere else. But this doesn't warrant that or whatever.
Yeah, there's not a guarantee, like.
Yeah, and then people who will eat their meals and like, hey, it was wrong. And it's like, okay,
Then
well,
why'd you eat
can
it?
show me, and then I'll
Yeah.
get you a
Oh,
replacement.
yeah.
It's like, oh, we ate it. And that time I had to get another manager who came out and was like, dude, I don't care. And it's like, no, you're like rewarding these people. You're giving them more food.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I hate that. And it's the whole mentality of like the customer's always right. And it's always the customer who pushes that mainly or whatever.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because sometimes we do catch them in their lie.
Yeah, and you make them look like a fool.
Yeah.
But
and
then they
like,
get upset about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Or
sometimes.
they'll whimper away, or they'll get mad and they'll double
down. Or like
down.
over the phone, sometimes they'll just hang up because they know they're wrong.
Yeah.
Because we do have the, like, if they got it delivered out to them and they got it wrong, we do have the, like, okay, well, we're going to need you to, and we're going to need you to give it back to us. And they're like, you know, like, they already ate it. Like,
yeah, people like that are just the scum of humanity and the bottom of the barrel, truly. It's
actually insane how many people lie to you or, like, try to. Because there's so many calls that we get a day that are like, this is wrong. And then I was like, okay, hold on. And you always have to,
receipt.
Yeah, we all always have to like reprint the receipt. And I read it back to them. It's like, you ordered, you got like what
no,
you ordered.
It's that.
And
do you have a picture you could show us, or like the pizza or whatever?
And sometimes before I even say that I had the receipt in front of me, I was like, by any chance do you have the receipt? And they're like, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. And I'm like, so am I.
Yeah, go ahead and read through,
and then
please.
I read it through, and then they're like, okay. And then
it got me. I guess I'll try Domino's today.
So no, sometimes they kind of just get quiet and they're like, okay, fine. And like literally, that's what they say. Like, you know, like, we caught you, and then they hang up. Yeah.
People just think they're so smart. They're not. They're just taking advantage of a system that's, I think, flawed. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's there for good reasons or whatever. It's like, I got the wrong pizza. It's like, cool, come back, switch it out.
And almost every time they know. They're like, what?
They know,
the customer's always right, is what they say. And I hate it because they know what they're doing.
They know exactly what they're doing. And it's not fair. And it's disgusting. But yeah, they have no shame. So what's holding them back? They have no morals.
I don't
like, there's been times where it's like, I could game the system, but I'm not going to because, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know it. I could easily.
Yeah,
but I'm not
seriously.
going to.
Yeah. There was even like a Reddit thread about it's like how to get free Domino's pizzas or whatever. and people were commenting like, yeah, I work at Domino's. If you do this, you get flagged after like the second time and we won't deliver to you anymore. Mm-hmm. So it's just like,
yeah.
Just be decent human beings. Like, I know if you're listening to this, you checked out whenever we started, you know, talking about this sort of thing. But if you stuck around, like, clearly you agree, and so therefore you are a good person.
It's pretty entertaining to see what type of
the extent people go to. Yeah. And it's like, again, it goes back to like, how did you get here? Were you always like this, or you know, is this behavior learned, or is it, you know, are you born this way? Are you born disgusting?
Is it in your genes?
Is it in your genetics to be just a terrible, trashy human being? Like, what's up, dude? Like, yeah, you're missing a pepperoni? Is that what you're saying? You're missing a pepperoni? You count your pepperonis?
Sometimes people request to have just the pepperoni extra crispy. It's like, we're cooking the pizza all together. How do you want just the pepperoni extra crispy?
Yeah. Yo, Tori, run the pepperoni just one time through.
People are crazy.
And then, like, I remember when I'd go, because I exclusively delivered whenever I worked with you, people who would get upset that I didn't have Parmesan cheese on me.
Oh, which is also like, free. And Domino's charges.
Yeah.
And also, we pay for that stuff out of, like, the store's pocket.
Mm-hmm. And people will be like, I would like 20 packets, please.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And it's like, okay, fine, whatever.
Some people,
but
oh, my God. Some people literally use one packet for one slice.
That's how it was at Chick-fil-A, because they'd be like, I'd like 10 Chick-fil-A sauces, please. And it's like you ordered 12 nuggets.
Yeah.
And then we'd make jokes like after we see somebody, it's like, yeah, they're gonna go bathe in it. Like they're gonna go just like drink it straight out of the container.
It's just I never thought people were this crazy until I worked in it, and then I worked in it when I started.
And that's the
at
whole
17.
thing of like you gotta work in the industry to understand.
Yeah, I started at 17. And I literally.
Like I remember when I like after my first week at CFA or whatever, I was like, wow, the people who are terrible in high school, they stay the same, and there's just more of them out here in the real world.
Yeah.
And it was honestly, it was not soul crushing, but it was disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I thought things got better, but no, they just stay the same, and honestly, they're amplified. It's just, yeah. Yuck, yucky, ducky.
People. Yucky ducky.
Man, let's get off this topic.
I know.
We beat that
ducks.
thing dead. I mean, we just had to get it off our chests, you know?
Yeah.
Some people just don't understand, and we gotta make them understand.
To be nice.
Yeah, just like have some courtesy. Like be courteous to your fellow human beings. Damn it. Like have some empathy too. Like Val can fake it. Why can't you?
This is gonna be a long going joke. Fucking
Val's a
sociopath.
Yeah. Well, if I like kids, you're a sociopath.
That's wrong. Yeah, you like kids.
All right, you don't have to say it. All right,
Sociopath.
it's a joke. I just noticed when you were telling that story though, like it looks like somebody with really long fingernails clawed at my shoe, and they just took out those pieces.
A dog.
Maybe I don't know how they like
Teeth.
Yeah, it looks like someone took a bite on my shoe, because there's like these lines. Yeah, it looks like someone took a bite on my shoe. Like.
Oh, take a picture. You can put it on the podcast.
Oh yeah, let me do that real quick. In the meantime, do you have another topic?
Another topic? Oh, have you ever... I don't know how I thought of this, but have you ever, like, been out with one of your parents and witnessed them getting flirted with?
Yes, I have one specific memory. I have two. Okay, you go ahead,
tell me
share. Oh, wait, yeah, let me text my mom real quick. I'm
Okay.
putting in a dinner order.
Okay. Because one that I specifically remember, we're, like, in the Mexican side of the town. Yeah, real Mexican. You could tell easily, yeah. And we're getting shaved ice.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's sitting outside. She's the one waiting in line for it. I'm in the car with the windows down, and my dad's in the store getting, like, groceries or whatever. I don't know. Not groceries because it's just, like, a little corner store, but whatever. And this Mexican guy is just straight up. First off, I see him already, like, looking, like, real, like...
How old?
Like the same age as my mom,
Okay.
so it wasn't that bad.
Adult
Yeah,
man.
honestly, I feel like a little younger, and I was kind of like, giving her shit afterwards.
Oh, yeah,
I was giving her
Mom.
shit afterwards because like, leave dad for the younger, like,
Yeah.
nice looking man, and then he's like making a real distinct that he's looking at her butt. And then
Making it obvious.
yeah, and then I just hear them, and he's like asking her the normal things and kind of getting close, and my mom's just like, that's kind of brushing him off.
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't know. I just remember. I don't remember the complete details.
Was
I
your
just
mom
remember.
flattered?
Yeah. She comes in. She's
Okay.
laughing. She's laughing about it because I'm like,
Giggly.
I'm giving her a little shit afterwards. Because I don't know. My mom's always been, even in high school. In high school, every single year, she went to prom as a freshman.
Oh yeah,
sophomore,
you told me that.
Because all the guys liked her. All the older guys. She was the
Can we see your mom's name on here?
Cynthia.
Cynthia. I mean, I'll be honest. The first time I walked into your house,
And even now, like, even a lot of my friends say how, like, young she looks compared to her age.
I don't even know how old she is. She's timeless.
Anyways, go ahead. What was your time? What was your specific?
So the first one, I'll say it was a field trip. I think I was in first grade. It was a field trip to the San Antonio Zoo. And my mom was like one of the chaperones, so like she was in my group or whatever.
So was my mom.
Yeah, mom power, dude, legit. Like they're awesome. Moms are great. Most of them are. Some of them, whatever. So like we were looking at like an exhibit for probably like either reptiles or bugs or something. And this Asian dude, this was like, so I was probably like 7, 8, I don't know, 9, however old you are in first grade. This Asian dude comes up and like looks at my mom. And I remember watching, and my mom was like looking in the glass or whatever, and he's like, "Excuse me, you're beautiful. Are you married?" And my mom was like, "Yes, happily." And she showed the ring or whatever. He's like, "Oh, okay," and he like walked away. And I was like, that was weird. And I don't remember like the extent after that, but I clearly remember this dude because he had like, gelled back hair, he had the shades or whatever, he had a red collared shirt.
Yeah.
Like clearly, I'll play ya. No, but I remember that, and then I remember also in San Antonio at the mall. I forget what it's called over there, but it was me and my dad. We were just walking around. I forgot what we were doing down there, but I was probably
Is it the Nordstrom Mall?
12.
Is that what it's
I don't know. It's like across the street from the Alamo. Like it's really close to the Alamo.
I used to live there. I should know. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. But those vendors who are always like, oh, smell my perfume or whatever. Yeah. This lady like straight up laying on the foundation for my dad. Was like, hey, come like smell this or whatever. And my dad's like, no, it's okay. He's like, handsome man like you, please. Like those beautiful blue eyes or whatever, so tall. And my dad kind of like started blushing. He was like, no, thanks or whatever. And it's just like, obviously those are different. That was kind of like different as compared to yours. But
it was like the technique to get him to buy something.
People my age and people who I worked with in the past have said my dad's a DILF. So like my dad has definitely gotten plenty of women's attention or whatever. And some of those women have made it known to me. It's like, your dad is attractive. And it's like, thank you. Okay, I don't know where to go with that.
That's funny.
It's weird sometimes, but
because they're your parents, so it's like
what? And then like even my mom's kind of gotten that from friends when I was really younger or whatever. It's like, yeah, your mom's really pretty or whatever. And then some people have like made like sexual innuendos about my mom, and it's like, stay away from her. And then over Xbox chat or whatever, fuck your mom.
Oh my god. Yeah.
But yeah, like definitely my dad has gotten it, and it's been made clear to me because I guess it's just more comfortable and I guess acceptable to make comments like that about a man. As opposed to a dude coming up to me saying like, dude, your mom, like, I want to crush that puss or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, my dad's gotten attention. Definitely. I mean, if you look at me, it makes sense, right?
Shut the
No, I think I got the best of both of my parents' genes when it comes to looking good.
Nice.
But like my mom back in the day, like straight up, like, dude, look her.
Killing it.
Yeah, and then 3 kids happened. No, I'm just kidding, Mom. I love you. I love you, Mom. But yeah, looking at like.
No, it's funny because the story. Does she tell you stories and stuff of how?
She keeps it personal.
Oh.
I guess if I
there's
asked,
some things that my mom won't say, but yeah.
Yeah, like a crazy like orgies. No.
No.
Sorry to do. No.
But I don't know. It's just funny because she doesn't talk about it as like a brag. It's just.
Yeah, it's just like, kind of like, dude. Yeah. Men wanted me.
Yeah.
I was irresistible. Still am. That's
funny.
dope. That's
like,
it. It is funny though because it's like at one point they were our age and like they were living lives.
Yeah, I think that's what's so intriguing about it.
Definitely. It's like I want to know. Like sometimes I'll ask, and then like I asked a bunch of questions when you're a kid because when you're a kid it's like, I want to know everything. Or like what's this? Jack Skellington, straight out. But yeah.
Yeah, like I like to
question.
see like who's similar and which child is kind of living the same life sort of like what you did,
Yeah, it's following
out of like me and my brother. Yeah. I just like to see the different things. And like she was showing us old pictures too. Of like she's like, this is your dad and he was only 20 something. He looks way older because back then they looked older. Yeah, that too. But it's just funny because they pulled up a picture and then they're like, looks exactly like you. I'm like, what?
Yeah, your mom's face really hasn't changed a lot.
Oh cool.
Yeah. Such a sweet woman too.
I know.
So
kind. Nice lady.
So I probably
lady.
like
Yeah, it's crazy to see her because like we're talking about like either being embarrassed about a parent blowing up or not. There's only one time I remember of her being like that, and it's like I remember it so vividly because she's never like that. She's always really nice, and like we went into a nail salon because she was gonna get her eyebrows waxed.
Yeah.
And I was like sitting there with her, and it was actually one of her friends is like the manager of it, but she wasn't there at the time.
Yeah, like a higher up in the company.
So she sits down. They tell her to wait because there's somebody already getting their eyebrows waxed.
Ja.
And then another lady comes in, and you can clearly tell that like they're like she's a regular. And like they're all saying hi, blah blah blah, and there's only one room to get.
And you're there?
Yeah.
Okay.
there's only one room to get like them waxed. Yeah, I was just because it doesn't take that long to get your eyebrows waxed, so I was just gonna wait for her.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she comes in after my mom, and then so she sits down, and then like a minute later, the eyebrow lady, whatever, comes out and gets the lady that came in after my mom, and is the regular. And my mom turned, she's like, "Are you kidding me?"
You're wasting my time.
And then she walked out real fast, and like even then, it was just kind of like her like demeanor, like she made him known like that's wrong, and then walked out. She didn't say anything like blow up crazy, except for like, you know, that was wrong.
And you were embarrassed by
that? No, I was just like crazy that she's like mad about it, you know, only because I don't see her like that. And then all the little people working there like, ma'am, you know, trying to get her to come back. And then I just like, I don't know, we just walked out, and I was like, oh my god, like I've never experienced this with my mom.
Oh, Mom, what the heck? Who are you?
But I was like, yeah, do that shit.
It's funny you say that though, because I can totally see your mom going off on somebody if they like cross her a certain way.
I
think both of my
see her
moms
get scary.
Both of my moms are like the type that's like at school, it's like, oh, we're gonna talk to your mom. It's like, dude, be ready.
No, yeah, she is.
You got another storm coming.
She is.
She's about to come bitch your ass out.
She's definitely the mom to come.
Yeah. Like, and I love that. I love that I had a mom like that.
Yes.
It's like, are you ready for that? You're about to get bitched up by my mom, dude.
Oh my god. Yes. Yeah. Like I always could be like, okay, well, I'll just like tell my mom about it.
Yeah.
'Cause she'll get her way. She's fucking.
Yeah.
But I never see that, you know.
And it's funny because like we were pretty much good kids too, so it was like it was warranted, and you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So if they're coming down here, they know it's for something.
It's
like
you're fucked.
Yeah.
Mr. Stevenson,
that's so funny.
you're fucked.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, you got a problem with me? Take it up my mom. She'll be here next Thursday.
Oh my god. Yeah, she was definitely. Yeah, we have those moms.
Yeah, dude, and she got me out of some situations too. So.
Oh yeah.
Freaking dope. Moms are great.
Yeah, I know they are.
Parents are great. Good parents are great.
Well, we've been all over. Pretzel.
Freaking pretzel, dude. Like, it's not about you. It's about us, right?
She barks for the stupidest
40%
things.
Val, 60% me. All right, 0% pretzel.
She barks for the stupidest things.
She's like, we gotta take a picture of her. She can be like a little mascot.
Oh yeah, I can.
So every time like she barks, I'll just put
Let's
like
put
her
her
face.
right here.
Yeah.
I'll send you some pictures.
Dude, she'll be our first guest.
She has a lot to say.
Yeah,
especially
clearly.
about you.
Jeez.
Just be a talk shit about
Whenever
Noah.
your mom picks her up and brings it to me, she's like, oh.
I know, she's all quiet.
Yeah, real quiet now, huh? Now that you're face to face with me up here, huh? Always trying to bite my ankles, jeez.
Oh my god, yeah, she does that to you, and she doesn't do that to people.
Yeah, I remember you said like, oh, she's not aggressive, and then like
She's
2 weeks
not.
later, she's like, oh,
I
my
mean,
ankles.
she's not. She doesn't.
Trying to get my
She
Achilles.
barely touches your ankles.
No, I felt teeth. All right.
Really? Or was it claw? She likes to put her little paw.
No, it's teeth because it's warm.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's trying to go for my Achilles, dude.
Good.
Trying to take me out.
No, I'm just kidding.
Good. What
She'll be my co-host.
What did I do? Yeah, keep me in line or whatever.
Be my new.
So like, you're talking too much. It's like, all right, fine, sorry. Valerie could have just said something about whatever.
Oh, all right.
You know what'd be really funny in one of these episodes is if one of our mics is just
unplugged. Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
When I go back to edit these, I that thought always comes to my mind. What if I just hear one of us?
Have I asked this on the podcast yet? What happens if one of us dies? Does the other continue the podcast?
I mean, yeah, why not?
Episode 25, guys. Valerie.
But then that would be sad because then we have to find somebody else.
Valerie passed away this week. She would have wanted me to carry on the podcast.
Dude, you just play this audio clip if I actually die. Just the old one. You're not even.
We should have like recorded like memoirs or whatever. It's like, if you're hearing this, I have died.
Oh my god. Ooh, there's a thing, because I listen to all the like the murder stuff, that you should make a if I go missing folder.
Because it's like if I go missing under certain circumstances, it's like that things, was not me.
Yeah.
Like people who have said, like, it wasn't the guy who leaked the Panama Papers, he was killed in his car or whatever. Like there's video footage of him like just speeding straight into a tree, and like people said he had no control of his vehicle. and that like some like shadowy agency or whatever who didn't like the Panama Papers being leaked or whatever, being
like
exposed.
That. And then also you would want to put like, some people say like your Apple ID username and passwords, like find my phone. Or you want to like
like so just in general, not
you
really
would want like a written statement of like you allow, because a lot of the times the police are like, well, we can't get to the phone records right now, we need like a
we don't have like
permission of like somebody else. But you write that down and like all these things.
I know where to go missing, you have my permission to enter my computer and look at my recent files,
or like and then like obvious things like or like I don't know, just like I wouldn't be here or blah blah blah. It's look like, for these things. I
would not do these things.
Look for this.
But I have a contingency plan. If I were to be kidnapped, I will have a loaf of bread on me. I will leave a trail of breadcrumbs.
Oh yeah, some people say like like I'll drop like things
this
that I can,
item.
like a pin, something Yeah.
I keep a crayon on me at all times so I can mark little red X's.
Put it on the bottom of your shoe and drag your foot like where you're going.
Like out of the car, I will put the crayon on the ground. It'll last me half a mile. But at least you'll know which way I'm going.
But that, I need to make one.
I'm not going to do it because I don't care. If I'm dead, I'm dead.
But what if you're not dead and they just have you and they're torturing you?
Here's some foreshadowing. If I ever go missing, it's probably because I chose to go missing.
Okay. So, yeah, some people put that too, that they just want to start a new life.
Yeah, it's so like, don't come look for me. Don't worry, I'm here. I'll send you a signal in like 6 months.
Yeah, and that's better than not knowing where the hell
leaving your
you
parents
are.
worried or whatever. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna go home and make a paper mache cast of something.
But there was also this case of like somebody doing that, like I'm moving away, starting my life, and nobody reported them missing because they thought they're doing their thing, but they were actually dead. They found dead. Yeah, they were found dead.
Face down the creek. Yeah.
Anyways, dude, this episode went by really fast.
Dude, these past two, I think they're solid. I think they're good. I think they're entertaining, full of energy. I just gotta not sleep more often. Every time we record, I'll just stay up 24 hours and I'll come in like, oh, I'm ready.
Yes.
I was afraid I was gonna slur my words, but I think I actually did okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because when I talk, that's not all.
Kanye.
So is this the end?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do our plugs for us.
Yeah. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on that bell so you're notified.
Boom.
Yeah, smack it. Smack your screen. Smack it. It works.
It does.
Touchscreen.
Crazy.
Leave a comment, some sort of interaction. You can find us social media, mainly Instagram and Twitter, all under Planet Pariah or Planet Pariah Podcast. Say something, actually. We only have 2 followers.
Yeah, we know both of them, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah, it doesn't count. I wonder who our first fan is going to be that's not somebody we know. Anyways, all right.
That is exciting.
Yeah, it is, right? It's crazy to think about. Okay.
Is this the end?
Yeah, that's it. All right. It was nice.
What's a different outro sound?
It's been nice. It's been fun. Adios.
Hey, what did the headphones say to the ears?
What? You didn't even press stop.